on offer for us right here.
Just pinline perfection. You've got two hammers in the lineup now. Alejo Muniz, C.Houshmand, both surfers under the cut line for now. So this round of 16 is huge. The scores coming through are already massive. This is C.Houshmand's first wave right off the buzzer in 8.5.
I mean, let's catch up with what happened, demolishing that first section into a second one. So precise on the backhand, up and vertical, but doesn't get too tight. Make sure he opens up always and finish it off with a banger. And Alejo, it looks like a beautiful open wall in front of him. First carve to set up, second turn, gets up in vertical, pushes on that back foot. Nice drawn out carve on the third one. Big section to finish it off. That's going to elevate that. The criticalness of that last section really is going to bring that score up higher for Alejo, because up to that point, couldn't really match what Cole was doing. But then that finish, very strong and critical. You can see him airdropping off the skies, keep himself composed on top of the board. I mean, you got to give the edge to Cole still. Those first two turns with the finish.
Excited, and I think we're really looking at prime time right here. The wind has backed off just enough, but it's still perfectly groomed. And here we go. C.Houshmand, a powerhouse goofy footer out of San Clemente, smashing his first turn. And this wave right here started off real strong, a little flattening out here through the center, but here we go. The racetrack section is on. And this is just, this is exactly what C.Houshmand wanted to see. We saw him on the Challenger Series go to his backhand to eventually go on to greatness to qualify for the Championship Tour. You see him put his hands on his knees.
As you see it here, much smaller wave from what we've seen in the last few waves that we're reading, but very critical. This is the downtime of this wave. It gets a little bit flatter, but it's going to start to stand up, and he can eye it down already. Slow himself down, make sure he's tight in the pocket to get up and vertical. Then this is when the waves gets a little bit more down the line, more critical. And he finished it off a little bit late, but good work done for him. And even a guy that is as fit as him, you could see him touching his legs because he was done after that. But you can see, this is a beautiful shot to show how much cleaner the waves are right now. Like before, when we can see the texture throughout the wave with the winds blowing into it. And the waves are absolutely firing right now, Chris.
Oh, it's perfect. You know, the chatter and banter online in the message boards. What are you doing? Well, this is why we did it. Wish I could take a little bit of credit, but we don't get any of it. It's all the staff behind the scenes who, you know, I guess it's a brave thing to walk away from waves. He's got a front row seat now to Alejo Muniz. Big power snap. Full speed into that first turn. This one softens up a little bit through the middle. He's out.
That's another good exchange right there. Alejo obviously opting to kick out and wait for a better wave.
We're looking at some of the best waves we've seen of the entire season so far.
I gotta say, this might be the best day of the entire season. Maybe we had that pipe day that was pretty on point as well. Different conditions, but both pretty epic. Blackout out of that and
perfect
just
waves.
Yeah, it's this, you know, like you're so freaked out about surfing this conditions with only one guy in the water, and I'm actually surprised. C.Houshmand pulling the trigger again on a smaller wave once again with the backup ready.
Well, it's a burner flying down the line. Third turn. Swinging the hammer. Every time he goes up towards the lip, you just know there's going to be 20 feet of spray flying behind him. So what, 5 turns down the line? He's trying to get rid of a 5.83.
Some damage, as you see it, this wave's like a double up. So he has to kind of run down the line. The wave stretching, gets up in vertical beautifully here. Once again, even more critical. So he started off the wave better than the previous wave. The only problem for me, it's right here. He does this beautiful carve of missed times for that last section. And that's an exclamation point that the judges have been paying close attention to it. And we've seen some scores go lower than we expected because of that finish. And I feel like I have a feeling that this is probably going to be pretty similar to it. Damage was done out the back. Eyes it down the section in front, and right here he opens up just a little too much. Actually doesn't open up too much, but just brings that nose of the board too far back, and that delayed him just a touch.
You see now a paddle. It's going to be Alejo Muniz with priority. Look at this wave.
This is incredible.
It's so good. Here we go, Alejo. Deep bottom turn. Carving slice. Cranks it around again. Another one. You know, he's going to have to put the pedal to the metal, fighting to get around this section. He does. Straight up into it. Just full force with every bottom turn, top turn combo.
Opts to kick it out. This wave way more stretched out. Starts off with a nice drawn out carve, setting up for this turn here. Actually, kind of has to get going. Stomping on the gas right there, gets around. Goes up in vertical. Never lacking energy. But he linked this wave very well, kept the fluidity throughout the whole wave.
This is the look back at C.Houshmand. This happened right after Alejo pulled out of his wave.
I mean, you can see that second wave is smaller than the first one, so what that does, it comes in more and has all that traction and the whitewash from the previous wave. Most likely in the mornings is going to be offshore anyway, so.
Alejo's last wave improves a little bit, a 5.80, and here we go again. Alejo Muniz representing both Brazil and Argentina. Flying down the line, beautiful arcing carve there. Didn't like the looks of the rest of that wave, opts out. 10 minutes left, C.Houshmand out the back with priority.
That's not always the case.
All right, C.Houshmand gives way to Alejo Muniz, who's in second priority. See if this wave's a burner from the outside to the inside. Big snap there, little fins free, some drama on the way down. Nice sliding snap there. Third turn, cool looking slice. These are the setup cutbacks that we were just talking about. This wave's starting to form up a little bit down the line. Right there in the power zone. Strong finish for Alejo Muniz. Was it a 7.34? He seems to think so. Crowd's liking it. It's packed here on the bleachers. The hottest part of the day.
As you're going to see the first turn, straight off the bat, we haven't seen many people hit the lip right off of it. And then he comes around and pushes a pretty solid layback, gets a good release, and combos it up with fluidity. Brings the board all the way back around on rail. And then that's the moment that we say, usually you see them change the pace, and then he starts to put on the gas again. Combos it up and finish it off late, but still clean. I think that was a bit of a mistake of Cole letting that wave go. It's going to be close. In my opinion, this is the best surfing Alejo has produced in this heat and the event so far. That second turn was massive, in control, and finish it off strong.
Feels like a little bit of a momentum shift as well. So even if this isn't quite the score that he needs,
yes,
emotionally, it's got to feel good. I mean, those 3 turns he did on the outside had to feel so special, so fast.
You had variety, you have criticalness, you had rail. Like if you see Judge 1, 2, gave him the edge, 3 didn't, and then 4th didn't, 5th didn't. So it's like Alejo up and riding right now just doesn't look like the type of wave that you're going to get a 7.34 or 7.01 now that he needs.
Yeah, you don't want to be Alejo's surfboard right now on the verge of being destroyed. And you know what? You want these surfers to want it, right? You want them to show their emotions. You want them to show their passion.
Well, Leo mentioned in an interview just a little bit ago, like, it's a lie when guys say they don't care about it and they don't come in.
Yeah, I mean, you look back at the entirety of that heat, that was a great wave from Alejo, but it felt like C.Houshmand with that 8.5